to do that again. Fallen's the only one not to have armor on the CT side. He's gone for the kit and smoke, and look at how fast FNX is already up toward long. On the other side, it's Sempus that's the utility player. He's lagging behind right now as they've already pushed into bathroom, so FNX, he could be in a good position to go for the flank, and first starts off. Sempus goes down, thankfully bomb, it's already forward of that, but the rotation comes over on this information.
Very aggressive stuff from Luminosity to kick it off. It's going to be a 5-on-4, but TSM make their ascendance onto the bomb site here. The CT's doing for a cheeky boost here, but no actual pressure to the side so far. There should be a plant going down pretty quickly. TSM setting up 90 in the bathroom. Automatic takes down one, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 on the retake here.
Big play by FNX as he gets Twist rotating back around. Excuse me, gets Sick rotating back around. It's Cold that gets Twist, but they were so fast. Luminosity, by pushing out that long position, they rotated over, they pinched them inside. It's very impressive that they got the bomb down at all, TSM, and that comes from the single smoke that they did work with, but FNS now has to play a very long angle. He has the bomb planted for himself inside a bathroom, but he's held off, and it's FNX again. He gets 3 kills in this round, but again, bomb plant for TSM will indicate an early buy. Is it the early force or the early gun? I would expect they've been quite timid on their forcing. Okay, well,
it's the early force, Matt.
I was going to expect the early buy.
Yeah, well, here we go then. It's going to be the AK-47, Desert Eagles, and a couple of Tech 9s as well. So they are all in at this point. You can see Luminosity actually preparing for this as well. They've got 3 rifles, 2 SMGs, a lack of utility, but they want to have that firepower. They're predicting this coming in potentially as well. So that was an interesting round from Luminosity, in fact. They actually went for that hard aggression towards long. Yanko pointed out at the start, Overpass is one of those maps where you have the option at the start to actually take the game towards the terrorists and lock them down with superior firepower. Here we go then, round number 2. It's going to be Sick on that AK-47, actually one of the highest rated players in this entire event so far. We'll see what he can do with this weapon. No initial set pieces coming in from TSM. Just want to see if they can work this first pick and then open up some opportunities. Fur's gone down to 27 HP, so there's some damage done. And they're going to be going for that long control as well. Actually, 4 players heading towards that position.
And Fallen is getting closer to here. They've gone for more rifles. It's taken down. Tech 9, that's a FAMAS picked up. I was going to say, they've gone for more rifles, expecting guns to come out sooner, so there's no point holding all the SMGs, but first pick to TSM, and it's FNX inside of the site that has to wait for them to get closer. A point on Sick, you mentioned highest rated, just for the interest of those who care. He is using a wireless mouse, and he was quite proud of that fact on Twitter last night.
It's a weird thing. I think the technology these days means it's absolutely fine, but it's still an interesting little topic of conversation, I think. But here we go then, 5-on-4. CT's not really rotating or trying to adapt to losing that first player here. Golter does get a little bit closer to Monster Tunnel. That's where TSM will be heading as well. He's only got the UMP in hand, and they have got a lack of utility. Golter just with 1 flashbang here needs to be able to find 1 player, and I think that position as well. Now he's been given away. He's kind of isolated towards that right-hand side. TSM going to try and lock him down. FNX going in first, but here's the exchange. Damage has been done, and it's Golter coming out on top with 2 frags. Taco comes in as well. It's going to be the 3-on-2. LG bring the man advantage back in their favor.
Good play by Taco to jump in on top of that. He's got Sick down as well. It's just the rifle that's picked up by Twist left. The AK's gone. It's low on Taco and Fur, but they don't need to necessarily peek this. Fur's going to get the early information, goes down Twist. If he can find the shot quick enough, it's window instead. He gets FNX. It's low, remember, but Taco's going to try and wrap around. He hasn't spotted him on the left. He hasn't been shown just yet, and that does give Taco the advantage. But TSM, they're going to force a massive rebuy off of this.
Big play from Taco there. He knew the time was running low. It got to about the 6-second mark. The terrorists had to do something about that position. He's just using the footsteps at that point. Comes out, takes him down, and it's a big round for Luminosity win. TSM, like you said, actually forced put into that round, and they're going to be doing it again here. Obviously took a lot of money off the CTs. But at this point, didn't get the plant down in the last round, so they're going to be all in at this point. It's going to be Tech 9s, armor, smoke grenade. So at this point, I would suggest to be a full-on set piece. You want to be doing the smokes towards the B site, Molotov towards the barrel position, seeing if you can flush out the CTs.
And they need a plant.
Yeah, well, this is Luminosity going aggressive. They want to shut this down. Any sort of idea that TSM had, they're going to be hunting for them, try and find that first kill. That kind of shuts it down. Here we go, the first exchange towards Connector. Smoke's going down as well. Good grenades going in.
Sick takes some damage through that smoke, down to 53 early on. So like you said, Luminosity's forward stance, they're just trying to shut down the rush. And they know that they're segregated, TSM. They know that they can't get through those lower tunnels, so instead it's toward Monster. They look to push. They try and compensate the difference with a fast play, but that gets shut down by Taco. Sprays in, bomb dropped. And Sick with 11 HP. He's got to go 1 versus 5, and this time they'll get the 3 rounds against them, which means $2,400, but a full investment in and no bomb plant. They're still going to be in a tight position, and they can't really afford to force again.
Oh yeah, this was a big move by them, and unfortunately didn't find a single frag. Did some serious damage to Luminosity, but that's about it. Lumi, like we said, going aggressive pretty much every single round here, trying to find those first frags and lock down any set piece that TSM had in mind. It works out perfectly as well. It's just going to be Sick remaining here. Has not got the bomb. He's outside Monster Tunnel with the Tech 9, and it's going to be a pretty clean sweep here for Luminosity. Time ticking away. At this point, Sick is hoping that someone gets a little bit impatient. They push towards short tunnel or maybe Monster, and then he can pick up a frag. That's all he's really hoping for at this stage. 7 HP. Coldzera shuts him down. There it is. 3-0 in favor of Luminosity. Some early force plays not really working out, and no plants in those second and third rounds mean they will be strapped for cash going into this one. I don't think they can force, like you said. Lost bonuses building up, so they should be fine going to the next round. They can justify some Desert Eagles, maybe some Tech 9s here, but no utility whatsoever. This would be a case of maybe just go fast towards middle. Try and make those Desert Eagles find the initial headshot, but it's not looking good. Fallen brings out the AWP. They're starting to swell their economy now. Luminosity looking a lot more comfortable.
And the rebuy does mean that if they somehow lost this anti-eco, they would get broken, but like you say, if they can stay efficient here against the pistols, they are going to be in a good position, LG. And so close, that first force buy from TSM came, but now it's really starting to haunt them. As we're looking at a potential 4-0, all things considered. Bomb on Sempus, it's out toward the playground. It's down at the lower tunnel, though, that Fur will find Sick to start things off. And it's a very spread out map right now from TSM. So with those Deagles, rather than try and play fast, they just wanted to see if they could find an opening pick. Some careless move for the CTs that allows exactly that. A headshot as Sempus finds Fur.
What was interesting there is Luminosity actually got that first pick. You see them adjusting on the minimap, going back to the bomb side there. They've established an eco, don't need to give anything away, but Fur maybe a little bit greedy at that point. Did see an opportunity to get the kill, but the Deagle rips his head off. Sempus goes down to 10 HP, but they have neutralized things to the 4-4. FNX now, he wants a piece of the action. Gets to that bathrooms area, does follow another player, but at this point, they know that the terrorists don't have any utility. Just hold back on the bomb side. They can't really execute to the site. You don't want to give them an opportunity to actually use those Deagles in any sort of melee, but here we go then. FNX walks past. FNX.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one, isn't it? And it's FNS that will find the kill. Finesse.
There's absolutely no need for these pushes there for the CTs. Just hold back. They know they're on an eco, just giving guns away at this point. Now they've lost a man advantage as well. It's up to Fallen. A lot of pressure to hit this next shot.
And he's trying to find the right angle. Does spot one front. Bathrooms gets him on the second approach. This is where Fallen is actually among his best of any position with the AWP. This A site where he limits the angles, and he's going to find Sempus again there. That's going to lure them in further and further, getting committed as Taco's rotating in behind Optimus Prime. And he's got the angle on the entry at long. Fallen knows that's the information gathered, that they are going to be coming from that approach. Can't land the shot, does Taco with that at 4, but second attempt, much better. Twist goes down and automatic. He'll fall immediately after.
Well, it looked like a very clean round with Luminosity until FNX and Fur got a bit ahead of themselves. They do drop 2 weapons, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge deal. They managed to recover here, and the AEWP is handed over to Coldzera. We've got a double orb set up here. So Luminosity going big with those sniper rifles. And normally Coldzera goes towards aggressively at the monster tunnel to start a round, and Fallen, like you said, holds that A site. He likes to push middle. He likes to find those first frags, so look out for that. The problem is for TSM, their money's not in a fantastic situation yet. Sempus, obviously the main orb for the team, he'll be on an AK-47 as we go into round number 5. But Luminosity, I don't see them taking their foot off the pedal just yet. They'll be looking for these first kills, and I can see someone going towards connector. It's Fur once more, using that same smoke. It gives him the opportunity to look over it from the stairs area, but maybe deciding to fall back at this point by himself. And I think we have Fallen towards long A, probably on the flower bed area. Yeah, there it is. And TSM, they're quite rigid so far. These defaults just waiting for the CT aggression. Luminosity have gotten in their mindset that it's going to be a real problem at the beginning of every single round. Twist, top and middle. It's actually more of a passive setup this time from Luminosity.
Taco.
Yeah.
He just flashed himself through this smoke at Monster Tunnel.
That's a little bit more aggressive, I guess.
And the timing is such that Automatic's just left there, so Taco's actually going to clear this side of the map. He'll get the information they're going back on A. It could have, if Automatic had stayed even a second sooner, it could have been bad because he was facing that smoke the entire time, and Taco would have walked directly into it, but this allows a bit of a rotation. Cold hasn't fully left the B site. They don't know what's going on in construction. There's still a chance they can get by Taco, but he's in a position where he can rotate fast toward that A site. As FNX, Fallen, and Fur have decent position inside of it.
We can see as it's benefiting Luminosity. So confident in their setup towards the A side. Fallen opens things up now. That's going to signal TSM to try and make their next move. Simply goes down. One of the key players for the team. Fallen falls back to the bomb site. TSM still have 2 smokes available. Molotovs come to the site. Is this their final move?
Fallen blinded up, preemptive strike, can't find anyone within. The Flames holding them out right now. It's down, another man though. Twist is fallen, but Sempus gets in. He comes from long, uses that smoke. He's got an escape plan as well. This is an untraded kill, but Fallen's gonna find FNS. And the lineup, Taco there to deny the default, even if they could get that far, and Cold getting the kill before that. Another very good round, and still not that many kills adding up for TSM means this bank account gets pretty heavy and hefty for Luminosity.
I don't think TSM are going to win these duels in the defaults. They need to be doing simple tactics, just going aggressive, have an objective to start around. Let's go towards Monster Tunnel. Let's have the simple executions at the start. Let's keep let's have the benefit with numbers at this point. They're spreading so thinly across the map. Trying to out-aim Luminosity is just not going to happen. Let's just keep it simple, keep it loose, and see if we can actually... They've got star players available. They need to get in a position where they can actually have some clutches and do something with this. They're going to get another eco here. It's a partial buy. Tech9, Desert Eagles, and FNX. Going to be waiting for the note. That's the first kill. Looking for 2 here, and he gets it as well. Bomb drop. That's going to be the round over this point as Fur chimes in as well. Absolute bloodbath here in the connector area. It's just going to be Sempus remaining, and he is in the party zone. He actually managed to pick up an AWP. Takes down Fallen, so could do something with this, but the time available, you feel like the CTs will hunt him down.
Yeah, minute 26 when he grabbed it, minute 20 now. To try and hold that, it's a long period of time. They are just going to camp on that bomb right now. They can't afford to hunt too soon, Luminosity, because if they give that up and get a plant down, it's more money for TSM. So there's a chance that because of that, they'll give him an opportunity to hold this. And he's just waiting to see if they're going to make a mistake. He knows they're in that stairwell near the bomb, but he's not committing to this because he also knows how valuable that weapon's going to be.
Yeah, the thing is, the CTs aren't going to give anything away at this point, but I just don't feel like something's going to save us. He has to find some real tight little corner here to actually negate the CTs. 40 seconds remains. What's the play here? He's actually going towards the A side and shooting bullets as well. Is that
I don't
a good
think
idea?
That's the right idea.
Hey guys, I'm over here if you were wondering.
Yeah, because they were not hunting up until right now. Now we're starting to see Taco, Fur, and now Cold all head out on the charge. That gives away the position. Again, they couldn't leave that bomb until now, but knowing where they are and 4 players going toward him, he just made this job even harder.
It's
like being in a zombie apocalypse. That one loud noise, and they all come after you right now.
That's true. Sometimes can be used as bait though, so maybe that's what he's going for. He wants to bait them in so he can get a few more kills with this all. Wants to take some weaponry down, but it's not going to work out in that manner. Fur gets the final kill. It's 6-0 here. TSM really yet to arrive. Like I said, let's get it a little bit looser. Let's get towards short fast, let's get the monster tunnels, get to the bomb site, and try and have the power in numbers. It seems like Luminosity is relentless so far, pushing that connector area every single round. Obviously against pistols this time, it's a pretty easy affair for them, but they're looking very strong right now. That double AWP setup still ringing true, but a change of started with TSM. Sempus finally has enough to get an AWP himself, so to me that suggests it'll be more the default play, and Fallen still being very aggressive towards middle. Sempus did find him with the Desert Eagle last round, so maybe he fancies his chances once again, and it seems like will be the case. Will be facing towards that smoke. Flash for now. Fallen just holding the bathrooms area, not going to be fully committing to boosting up on the bench.
Automatic's made himself quite far forward in this construction position, so they have some ground to work with, but Cold Zero has an AWP waiting at that doorway. So there might be a false sense of security if FNS thinks, all right, we've got that, I'll walk out and join you, and then Cold with the AWP is standing there, but Automatic's going to find him, not anticipating that angle at all. We didn't quite see it, but he was scoped in on the doorway. An easy pick to find, and now some good map control for TSM to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. This means the actual executions are possible at this point. They've got the man advantage. They're getting some real estate on the map. CTs are focusing towards long and the side of bathrooms as well. Automatic is trying to have a little bit of a snake in the grass over here, keep the CTs from rotating towards B. He could potentially go for the backside as well, kind of get right style and see whether he can catch any rotators at that point when his teammates make their way towards A. But the bomb is still in like kind of T-spawn area, kind of deciding what the next move is at this stage. Sempus with the AWP. Just holding for anyone trying to react to the circumstance and see if they can get their first kill.
Interesting play right now is that FNX is trying to anchor the bathrooms and allow Fallen to rotate sooner, so they're trying to get information where they can on the A site, and it's through Monster that they're going to go. Fur finds the first on 6, but watch Taco behind the barrels. The flames are on him. He's going to get burned alive, and he doesn't manage to pick up anything, so TSM with a great entry, and Fallen smoked off in the window. Not much hope in this round as FNX is late on the rotation, but they're still going to go for it. They've still got a bank account that's worthy of the approach. As that Molotov fades, it gives Fallen the entry. Looking for the shot against the planter, but can't land it. Did he spot Automatic on that jump up? He did, because he's looking already down toward that water position. FNX is in the window. The communications relayed. He finds the shot, and now it's 2 versus 3, but that changes again as Sempus, AWP. It's all down to Fallen. And he has a kit in this situation, but no further utility. And finding 3 players, well, that's a tall order, especially ticking as it is. So I imagine, yeah, exactly that. Gone, already leaving.
I was going to say, if he wants to go for this, that's very ambitious indeed. The bomb's down, 3 players to find, so about 10 seconds to react. Won't be dying at this point, we'll be falling back, and TSM finally arrive now. They keep 3 players alive as well. It's a nice slow approach from them again. They try that deep, but this time they have the AWP. The aggression coming in from Cold Zero on shore. He gets taken down, and it's quite nicely played from TSM at that point. They're not forcing the issue, they're waiting for the CT reactions to come through at that point. It's Fur that pushes towards shore, and they get the kill back, and we'll see what happens to the stage. Reset potential coming in for TSM. They need to be very careful.
Well, and that's why Fallen stayed in the site so long and fired that last shot. He's trying to keep them near the bomb, because every member he can take down in a reset situation is so beneficial. But they keep 3 alive. They're doing reasonably well with 2,700 still on Sempus and 38 built up on Twist. Might give them another chance for a bye. But this round is so important for the context of the first half. Already taking over the playground right now is TSM, but FNX, Fur in the lower tunnels, and Fallen out at the front of bathrooms have a good forward stance to combat this.
It's a default, but it's more focused towards the A side at this point. You can see them just clearing out, segregating each part of the map. Party with the first area, they kind of check out, but Fallen, he's in a defensive position, seeing if anyone jumps up to try and get a little bit of intel there. FNX in that bathrooms area as well. And it seems like TSM will be focusing towards long. They've established that Fallen won't be on that flower bed area, but lurking in those bathrooms is FNX, waiting for anyone to cross, and he could get that first kill and fall back as well.
He's going to let them cross over. FNX peeks back out, 2 to face, nearly does the damage onto Twist as well as he transfers it over, but he does go down. It gives Fallen a chance to sneak out, and look at the position as well from Fur. This is a pinch play, pistol for Fallen. He needs to get the MVP lineup, but they're distracted. Now Fur can come in, and it's the lineup to go down. It looks sloppy in how aggressive Fallen was, but it was calculated so Fur could find the kill. Flash gets both of them, and they can't line it up. It does give FNS the chance to pull this back. It's a 1 versus 2. Bomb is down at long. It's grabbable because no one's peeking it right now from LG.
Yeah, Fallen has taken all of that aggro at that stage first, sprays him down. That's up to FNS now. Actually gets the drop on Taco. There's no real reason for him to be pushing there towards A. He's by himself. He could have been playing defensive towards Bank, listening for the plan and waiting to give his information to his teammate now. It's a 1 versus 1. FNS with 45 HP does pick up the bomb and makes his way to the A site here, but it's going to be coldzera coming in the back. He will be hot on FNS's heels and he has no idea where he is. So he's going to be slowing things down. We'll have to plan at the last moment. I assume he'll be at the plan towards Bank.
It's the smart play at this point. Smoke out on stairs just to be sure, but he's got to commit to this. This is a one-on-one they desperately need. Remember, reset potential. And Cold, he's gone back to B. Does he think he's rotated back over, or is he just... He's misread this. He's totally misread this. Cold thinks this is on B. He's going to be late back to A. He's got a kit so he can still make up for this, but he's got to make haste. He's got to be so fast, and FNS has a great position. He can play the sound on this.
He's going to have such a huge advantage now. There's so many angles to check in this position. coldzera comes hurtling into the bomb site. FNS can hear him though. Goes to the straight up base. It's a really nice play from FNS. 2 versus 1. And I have to say, I feel like Taco gave that one away. There was 30 seconds remaining. Allow the terrorist to make the next move. Why is he going aggressive at that stage? Stay towards the bomb sites, listen out for him to plant, and then just make things really uncomfortable for him. It was a great recovery here from LG. Fallen obviously doing some work with that P250, but this was a play that really counted for them. Fur comes around with all the attention, and you think it's over at that point. It's actually a 3-on-1 for FNS at this stage. Taco, like I said, overcommitting. There was no real need to try and end it that early. And it's a big round for TSM. We said they had to win it, and look what they've done to Luminosity's economy at this point. It's not going to be the full force by here, but Fallen with the scouts, and they've got 3 Deagles and 5 7s. B-Rush comes in, why not? Sick leading the charge here. Look at the first frag. He's been great this tournament. Can he convert it to a frag? He actually can't. TSM do lose the first kill, but quickly reply. coldzera waiting towards short.
The aggression from Luminosity was such that they went down to the lower tunnels with the pistols to try and gain map control, which means they're on the flank to segregate. Sempus is still out looking toward his spawn, expecting them to wrap around from playground, and Fur could find him. He does easily. That's a gun picked up, but he's left as the last man alive with this AWP. No armor, no kit. Bomb down on top of the B site, and Fur, he's making a lot of noise. Automatic from short, should hear that and does. He's turned back, he's smoked off, but he's got the information at least to relay over to Twist. As Fur gets closer and closer. Slight gap in that smoke, but it's behind the sandbag, so it's not a big deal. He won't be spotted out from Automatic, but Twist does see him, shoots through that tin, and as he runs back, Automatic's waiting to greet him.
Pretty successfully, get that Luminosity, like I said, didn't fully invest into it. Scout, a few upgraded pistols at that point. They managed to take 3 players down, and there was a chance there for Fur to do something with it. I think it was ambitious. He should have fallen back and maybe saved the AWP. We'll have a look at the buy coming in. Fallen picks up the AWP himself, and there is potential for the double AWP setup, but they settle for 4 rifles at this point. Sempus has been dropped the AWP, I believe.
I think so, yep, there it is.
Yeah, TSM now coming to life 3 in a row. Warming up into this after a cold start. The problem is Sick, he's actually on 0 for 9. He's even the MVP so far. Maybe why they're struggling a little bit here, but seeming like they're waking up at this point. Sempus watches towards Connector. That's been a heavy point of confrontation for the CTs. And it's looking like a B play here potentially. Could just do the wall smokes and automatically opens up, takes down Fur. Taco looking to reply.
I saw him just above that smoke in the stairwell, so Taco knows they're inside that water position, but doesn't really have an option to try and attack it. He'll lay the smoke on short. FNS is in behind this sandbag though. If he misreads this on the push, good flash. It would have been an easy takedown for FNS. They pull this difference back, and LG can now sit back and be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more passive, but that didn't really work out.
No, we got the nade completely on Semmes' feet there. Takes him down to 57 HP, but still 4-4. We normally say this favors the terrorists, especially on a map like Overpass. CDs are spread pretty thin on the bomb site here. You can see they're adjusting themselves to 2 players towards A, 2 towards B. Plenty of time to work with it, and the terrorists still have 4 smokes available. They can just get towards that bathroom area, take over towards middle. 4 smokes towards the A site, nice and quick. They could actually get a quick plant down and swarm the CTs waiting for them.
Fallen's the one that's peeking out long for the information. Again, he's very, very strong inside the A site with the AWP. Pre-aim for the jump toward Flower. It's actually jumped wide. He hits it as well. Semmes down, great flick, good muscle memory. He repeaks it, realizes they're a little bit too close to go for another phase because there's already 2 members there. He gets caught. Twist goes fast. He dies as he falls toward FNX, who has to hold this now. Drops the bomb momentarily. Twist goes down, but they're entering still an automatic. Taking Taco on the rotation. FNX still needs to win in the duel, but he's out of ammo. Reload coming in. It's sick to try and find him. Misses the shot, and that's going to give it to FNX as he gets 3 entering through the site.
Oh, that flick shot from Fallen. What was that? Amazing stuff to open up that exchange on the A bomb side there. You can see TSM running out of time after the initial exchanges. It was quite scrappy from both sides, and with 5 seconds remaining, they tried to force their way onto the bomb site. Didn't really work out, and TSM, after winning 3 in a row, do let a round slip, and the money's not fantastic. They're going to round number 11 here. It is a force buy. They know they're actually breaking Luminosity's economy down as well. So Luminosity with 2 SMGs, an MP9 and UMP to exact, going up against TSM's 3 upgraded pistols, 2 AK-47s, and Fur once again getting towards that connector area. Looking to see if he can get that first frag, but going to be Molotov out for now.
Fur again in these stairwell position above Sick right now. He hasn't committed all the way down into the lower tunnels, but they're just trying with the lack of weaponry, and especially with that MP9, to get close proximity, to get a little bit of information early on, but they're going to relinquish that. They're going to go back toward the A site, and that's all due to the fact that they've got a little bit of pressure so far from construction. Cold's read it. There's a smoke out. They can't go through it just yet, but it's a sloppy buy on either side, so it really comes down to getting a read early so they can make up for it. And Cold thinks about going through Monster, but there's a counter flash back in. He's still lined up. He still has the M4. He can't find the second shot. That means he's got to swap guns, and he's bailed out by Taco, who finds 3 huge kills.
Absolutely amazing stuff, Devin Taco. It seemed like Goldzera was completely done for at that point, spraying up all bloody bullets to his M4, but a teammate comes in just in time, takes them all down. It was the force buy from TSM, but it doesn't amount to too much. They committed fully to the lead side, but FNX trying to do something here. Only gets 1 with the P250, and it's the UMP that saves the day. That round number 11 goes in favor of the Brazilians. 8-3 now, and surely an eco coming in from TSM. We said we wanted to see something a little bit looser, maybe some faster plays towards B. This one's a little bit more telegraphed. As soon as they threw their smokes over, you can see the CT's reacting as well, dropping a smoke in that monster tunnel. They have to run through at that point. The smoke's about to dissipate. They flash over, and they get absolutely wrecked as they come through the other side. But round number 12, it is a pretty much full eco here for TSM. 5 P250s, 1 flashbang. Maybe just go straight towards middle, 1 flash over. Hope for the best. But unfortunately, hope won't get you that much because it's automatic that goes down first. They know exactly where they are as well. Nades just raining on top of them, the airstrike. And Fur looking to clear up here with the MP9. They'll clear it up. 9-3. Pretty simple round there for Luminosity.
And FNX got most of those kills, but 1 with the SMG for Fur. Grab 2 AKs to carry over. And speaking of, there's going to be 5 of them bought up by TSM, in return. And that puts them down at about $100. They'll get 4 rounds against them if they don't succeed here, so they should still be reasonable to force into the next. But we're getting to the latter stages, the last 3 rounds of the half, and TSM, they really need to start putting numbers on the board against a team like Luminosity, because we know their T sides are every bit as good as their CT, and it's a fast play in toward this B site. Taco forced back. He knows that it's coming, so he doesn't want to stay in the exposed. He needs to stay efficient, but good shot from Twist. They now have an opening toward the bomb site. Fast rotation. Fur and FNX coming through that construction area, and Fur's going to go through the smoke. He's segregated. He gives himself up. There's no trade potential on that. So now TSM, they suddenly have a 2-man advantage. And they're slowing it down. They aren't committing to this bomb plant just yet. Luminosity's hoping that they will. They're trying to catch them in the act. And it's really just a game of waiting right now for LG to get a further read on exactly what TSM plan to do.
It was the straight up B rush and Twists, like we wanted to see. Picks up those first 2 frags. Counter boost towards Heaven now. I like this. Not forcing issue too much with the bomb plant. And Twist, he's low HP. This is actually a really interesting position. All he needs to get is 1 more kill and he's done his job. Absolutely great player from TSM. Surely going to work out at this point.
Such a good boost. Sick again. He's still not coming into this bomb plant. They're trying to lure LG in on this, but Fallen, Twitch gets aggressive too soon, and Fallen hits the most incredible reaction shot. That allows FNX to take Semphis, and now they're going to be dreading not planting that bomb because it's 3-on-3, and LG's got some vision of the site, which makes it so much harder to get in position. Six still waiting out toward the grates right now. As Cold takes FNS, Automatic goes down. They had a 5 versus 3 with full control of the site, and Sick is now in a 1 versus 3. Bomb still on his back. And LG's taking the round away as Fallen hits yet another.
What an absolute blunder there from TSM. Like we said, keep it simple. Let's get your big players into positions where they can find headshots. They do that. They get the first 2 kills. But why are they not planting there? They're so cagey about getting the bomb down. That bomb, as soon as it goes down, the pressure's on the CTs. They're underpowered. They don't have the men available to actually do a full retake at that point. They wait for so long. They think they're being clever with that boost. And it was clever. It looked great. But as soon as Twitch overcommitted and Fallen was given that opportunity to find the first shot, he takes him down. And at that point, they make their ascendance onto the side. As Falls apart, TSM didn't even get a plant down there. That was shocking.
I don't understand that mentality.
They're overthinking those situations. They're trying to be a little bit too clever, and it falls apart for them. It's 10-3 now. Force by comes to the TSM. It's not a great one either. 2 Galils, an AK-47, Deagle, and a P250. No grenades really available apart from 1 smoke. FNX does spot them now. Readjust themselves. Falls back, but Twitch gets the advantage. Takes down the first player, but the problem is Fallen's waiting for them with that AWP. He finds Semphis, and now it's a 4-on-4.
And he knows he still has to consider this possibility at long. Good smoke out. He's controlling the angle, controlling the situation as Fallen. He's lagged up 1 on the way through. That was FNS, who's now gone down, and Twist falls as well. Taco on the rotation. Everyone from LG stepping up when they do get pressured, and Sick, the last alive, found by Fur. 11-3.
Well, you can see it's much looser now, but TSM has got a B-rush before. This time it's straight up, all in towards middle. Doesn't really work out for them. Just had 1 kill to open things up for Fallen. Like you said, he's so strong on that A-bomb side, so good at moving around and utilizing every little trick that's available on that A site. FNS with his head in his hands right now. It is looking pretty dire, I have to say. The problem is going against Luminosity. It's okay not to post big numbers on the T side normally, but Luminosity is going to be wreck them on the T side. They're so strong on this map, and an auto sniper does come out now. Just to add insult to injury at this point, we'll see what it can do. It's going to be Taco with that weapon in hand, and once again aggressive, of course, towards long. It's Fur to find the first kill, but he's taken down to 35 HP. Still a chance for them to reply, but they're not going to be committing at this point, and they get smoked out of position as well.
Using all utility for in case they rush into him. He's finding space though for FNX to get up toward the playground. Good jump over the benches, but caught by Twist as he starts to retreat and look toward that other angle. That pulls it back to just a 1-man advantage, but still good positioning right now. Taco, by the way, that auto sniper, we saw it at the start of the round. He's still facing Monster right now. A nice long angle, a linear angle for him to fire through. It's Automatic inside construction. Dropping down, I'm not sure Cold would have heard that, so they still have a little bit to work with. And Twist, that's a lovely shot with the AK because it's the auto sniper to go against. Taco's down, and now Cold, he's forced to play both positions, both short and monster tunnel.
It seems like Twist is the only one really having any impact of these situations. He's finding opening frags time and time again, and he's not finishing it off at this point. And Sick, 0 for 14 right now, Matt. That's unheard of in this tournament especially.
He's been their best player. I mean, maybe check the batteries in that wireless mouse, I'm not sure, but it's been a struggle this game. There's no question about it. Hey, on cue. Well done, Sick. Takes down Fallen. Back to the 2 versus 2. An Automatic, he's got actually a bit of help here because Sick getting that kill first, elected to rotate back toward the jungle position, but Sick's not ready for this. Fur's gonna find it, and the opportunity for Automatic to flank him out is gone. It's now Cold on either side. It's a 180 approach, and there's no way he can react that fast. As Cold closes it 12-3.
Yeah, pretty abysmal half there for TSM. Not what we are hoping for to open up this second semi-final. Although we know Luminosity, obviously the #1 team in the world right now, they're always going to beat these guys on paper. We just expected a really exciting performance from TSM, but their big players not showing up right now. Like I said, it's only really Twist that's having any real impact at the start of the rounds. But that blunder towards B, I feel like that got those guys a little bit tilted as well. They had those first 2 picks. That's pretty much an unlosable situation when you think about it. They've got that amazing boost going towards heaven. It's pretty unorthodox. It normally doesn't work out for teams because they always get caught in the transition of boosting up there, but they got it up. And at that point, I thought Twist, all he had to do was just stay in that corner. It was so perfect, but he decides to face Fall and takes him down. And here we go, 12-3. We go into the second half. It will be 5 sets of armor for TSM on the CT side. A similar story for Luminosity, but they have 1 utility player in the form of Fallen. Sick, aggressive towards middle. Does spot a lot of players there. Doesn't land any shots just yet. Looking to redeem himself after the first half. Had a pretty shocking performance as he falls back towards Shore Bieber.
He's going to get overrun quite quickly. Caught as well by Taco. Gets the shot jumping back toward the site. It's a one-man advantage for Luminosity to work with. Remember, TSM, they've only lost one map so far in this tournament. We've already talked about the individual aspect of it, but it was only by 2 rounds to Fnatic, and we haven't really seen them test it mentally. The interesting thing is Cold and Fur are going to take down FNS and Twist trying to get aggressive, is that Twist is the one that's staying true, and sometimes the younger players put less pressure on themselves in that regard, and they just play their own game. So you have to wonder the mentality of the rest of the team. Is Automatic tagged down 11 HP, smoked off as well. They continue to push as he jumps back and tries to rotate over to the bank instead. Because without that angle being presented, he needs to find something if they want any chance of a desperate pistol. Manages to pick up FNX, that's a start. As Sempus gets close to him, but no kits. And they still have 4 opponents to find, including Taco and Fallen, who are both out toward bathrooms and do not need to face.
Well, it is going to be a 4-on-2, no kits available, and Automatic on 7 HP. You feel like this is done and dusted. As they head towards the side at this point, it's just about picking up some extra money from those pistol kills. And actually, Automatic makes things interesting, but Bomb's ticking away, still 2 players to find.
No kit, they can't do it anyway.
It's obviously they can't defuse at this point, but still, good effort. Like I said, $300 per kill with those pistols. It will be Luminosity winning the round, but admirable attempt there from the CTs. Stack gets the last kill. Pretty simple in the grand scheme of things, but like I said, Automatic coming in, just trying to farm some cash. You can see it reflected right now in the score, but he finished that round with $2,400, and I think they have to force by this map, the CTs, obviously. It's 13-3. They can't allow Luminosity to get just so close to map point at this point of the game. Here's the replay from Automatic. Impressive display of skill, but in vain in the end, I would say. Here we go. Luminosity not messing around in this one. They want to make sure they have 4 AK-47s, 1 reconnaissance player in the form of Fur. They know they can close this game out pretty quickly. Don't want to have the MP7s across the board or anything like that. So keep things nice and long range. This will be a full default at this stage. Go towards long, and that's exactly what Fur's doing. He's going to be joined up by the AK, so he can go in first. Like I said, the reconnaissance player. It's a scout tagging him down, but Fallen, pinpoint accuracy on that headshot, takes him down.
And there's the reconnaissance. So Fur was already tagged. Again, SMG jumps around. They now know Twist is inside this bathroom position. The scouts dropped and not recovered. Fallen is isolated out at long a little bit right now. He could wrap back around, but he's got bombs, so keep that in mind. As Cold's just waiting to see if there's going to be any further aggression. TSM does have 2 right now inside of the bathroom position. And there's not really an escape plan from here, because FNX is watching Squeaky. If they try and run that direction, if they come out the top, well, Cold's going to confront them.
Like you said, although people watching wondering that looked a bit sloppy from Fur, why is he doing that? But he's only giving away a Mach 10. And against head-armored players with AK-47 is not a huge deal. They now have the information, like you said, he can't move from that position. But that's a little bit more interesting. FNS in the connector area actually outdraws FNX with the CZ75. Actually gives them the man advantage as well. They managed to salvage that AK. So this could have a few more twists and turns as we hit the 40-second mark.
Sick with the AK picked up now, but they're going to try and pincer them in here as Fallen and Cold make it to that stairwell. Fallen finds the first. That's the AK gone from Sick. But FNS has gone up the ladder. He's actually evaded them. He's going to try and rotate around. This could pay dividends, just staying alive, staying efficient. As Sempus is to hold with the Deagle. Good flash spots, one inside of his sight, but Taco sees him jumping over as well and lines up the headshot before he can react. Wraps back around, does Fallen and take FNS. It's Twist. 1 versus 2. AK picked up, gets the shot inside the sight. They're planting him. He almost has a chance to try and win this out. He switches the AKs instead of the reload. Look at the time, but Fallen's able to get the kill instead.
It was so close. What an attempt it was from Twist. I'm not sure if he saw the timer there, but it seems like he was pretty committed at that stage. 5 seconds remaining. He had stopped the plant as well. In my opinion, obviously, it's very easy to say in hindsight. Once you stop that plant and the time's so low, you just run off and put the pressure on him to plant once again. But
hectic situation.
It's very hectic. It's very easy to say that from our point of view, but still, Luminosity just about winning that one. It's going to be another force buy for TSM at this point. It's pretty much not if Luminosity win, it's when. They've got 5 pistols available, armor, flashbangs, and then we're going to look for that first pick once again, surely towards the connector area. As Gold Zera sends his way in towards the top of middle. Smoked out for now.
I'll slow it considerably. Fallen on the scout this time. Taco stuck to the Tech 9. Don't need to go for an overinvestment, even though they could have an easy round against pistols. Armor on everyone, that's the interesting factor. So if they do get guns this time, it could be even more powerful than the last round. 6 behind the barrels over at B, trying to get an advantage toward that sandbag position. With Twist in the bathrooms, he doesn't really have a support system here. He's actually all alone, so he pretty much has to win a duel. There's no trade kill potential with FNS. Way back toward the site, although he is getting closer now with that flashbang. That's the only way they could have got Twist out. So good read by FNS, and now the gun picked up. He's gone down to 39 HP, but again, they've got armor, and if he elects to, he can actually trade this over with a teammate who's still on full HP, but on that single kill, LG's putting their approach on B instead.
Yeah, that was by himself towards long, so he was trying to show his hand towards it, but his boost comes in. FNX.
They're going to walk this forward. I'm sure he spotted him at the barrels. They're trying to line it up so he can get a clean headshot.
I think they're betting out on it. It wasn't really working out, but the 30-second mark hits, and they're going to have one player towards the monster tunnel, the rest towards short. That's what the bomb will be as well, but here we go then, looking for that first pick. And time ticking away. This could be an opportunity for TSM to get back into this game.
Sick. On catwalk, down below in the water. Trying to spot through that gap when they do cross over, but the smoke's now going out for LG. And 2 kills going their way already in this round. It's a 1-man advantage to work with. Wrap around from the Tech-9 fallen. He goes down with bomb, but that's 6 seconds. They need to get to it. They can actually win this. Sempis needs to get away. It's the same situation. 2 seconds. Oh, he just goes down 1 second. He finds the kill on FNX, but Cold reacts.
So close, yet so far. 2 times in a row, comes right down to the wire there, and TSM can't close it out. Sempis, the hero of yesterday's game against Cloud9, so many clutches, and you can see the look of disappointment on his face. I don't think it would have made a massive impact in terms of the outcome of the game, but still exciting moments. 15-3, and of course another force fight here. It's map point for Luminosity in the first map in this best of 3 in the semi-final. And it's going to be Sempis on the scouts, CZ75s, and a 5-7. Sempis desperately looking for something here, but to find it though.
And FNS can't peek toward that tunnel with Molotovs out. Smoke in front of FNX, but they'll know that that Molotov meant they had to push away from it. So the only worry when he pushes through is the door. Taco finding automatic. They know they're getting aggressive out of the Monster. Good pickup from Sick. Gets another kill to grab a rifle, this time onto an AK, but again, half point. Only 3 rounds for TSM.
Well, at this point, Sick's trying to do what he can. He has made it all the way to T-spawn, so his teammates can adjust slightly. Maybe focus towards the A side, and Fur is waiting towards middle as well. They still have 3 smokes available as well, along with Molotov. So as that execution comes in, there's no defuse kits from TSM, but the bomb is planted. That's pretty much round over, so Sick needs to see what he can do. He has found 1 kill and picked up an AK. But at this point, it's Luminosity just bleeding them out. Make them second guess as to what's actually happening here. Time ticking away, though.
Sick still out. T-side Monster. Trying to get a read, but can't have the confidence, doesn't have the confidence rather, to peek through that short pipe and see what's going on. Instead, he's going to rotate back into the side. He's going to retreat. But it's just going to be him that's there to confront them when they enter in. So a 1 versus 4 on the entry, and he doesn't even manage to pick up a single kill as FNX. Putting him down. Bomb plant coming in. Luminosity. Just need to hold it together to close this out against the pistols, and the scout of Sempis. 1 more kill goes the way as FNX goes down, and it's a very desperate attempt for TSM. No kits as well, and good positioning right now inside the site from LG. It's Cold Zero, does pick up Twist. Nice shot from Sempis, but really it's a last-ditch effort, and it doesn't account for anything, because Fallen, they'll win it. So 16-3, the Brazilians. Pretty dominant performance, and that's the first time TSM's really been battered. Well, it is the first time they've battered this tournament, so now we have to see how they respond.
To be fair, this was Luminosity's pick. We haven't seen Overpass play by TSM this entire tournament, focusing on Cobblestone, Cash, and I feel like going into Cobble next, that's when things are going to get interesting. There's a real chance for them to actually step up and show us what they're made of. Like we said going into this one, Luminosity so good on that CT side, so aggressive, locking down that first frag time and time again in the clutches as well. TSM didn't really arrive for me on this whatsoever, so I'm looking for the second map. I don't think they're out of the series just yet. I'm hopeful they can pick up the second one.
And it is Cobblestone. They'll know that. They'll know they've played well on it, and they can brush this off and at least have solace in that. But much like Fnatic, Luminosity is also very good on that map, so it's not going to be an easy task at all.
But it suits the TSM playstyle a lot better, I think. I think they have the opportunity to turtle up on the CT side and work together, have those crossfires, and Sempis use the AWP more effectively.
The bigger concern than the map for me is still Sick. He's got to respond, and we can see him just sitting there in the forescreen. A little bit in the foreground, a little bit kind of contemplative. I think disappointed in himself after that game. But we're going to take a break. He's going to need it as well. When we come back, we move on to TSM's home turf. It's Cobblestone.